Hey everybody, welcome back. We are watching Fear the Walking Dead. Do you see any spot in my lap right now? You guys can't see her. And probably. She's trying. Do you see any spot in my lap? That was a, make room move. What are you doing? Okay. So, we're eventually starting season 4, getting ready to watch episode 1 as soon as we get comfortable. Now you guys get an idea of what I go through. Especially if I don't edit this out. Huh? You gonna lay down there? Does that look good? Ooh, I think I just spit. And that's why we wear masks. When you can see the droplets, it's bad. Okay. Back on track. We're starting season 4, episode 1. And on the disc description thingy, it says it's a little thing. And then it says, joined by fellow survivor Morgan Jones. Which I thought it was Morgan James. But I guess it's Lenny James. So I'm mixing up his real name with his character name. Love him though, so I am so excited. I don't know if we'll get him in episode 1 or not, but episode 1 is called What's Your Story, which sounds very similar to, and I always wonder how people remember this stuff. I think it's because they just watch it so many times. Was Beside Me Too Crowded? You're gonna get covered up by the movie or the TV show. But I think it was season 9, episode 6, I think. Is that where we got the new group? And it was a similar kind of thing. Who were you before? So what's your story? Kind of a similar motif. Right now, everybody's separated. Daniel and Nick are together if they're not dead. Which they didn't show them dead, so I'm assuming they're together. Alicia and Maddie and Victor went over the dam because they didn't get far enough upstream. And so the riptide just pulled them through the broken dam. Maddie woke up on one of the aqueducts where the townspeople were quickly getting water. So she survived, we know for sure. We can assume that Alicia and Victor survived. We haven't seen their bodies. We'll see how that goes. Taka and... what is his actual character name? Crazy Dog. I hate calling him Crazy Dog, but that's the only thing I remember from when they introduced him. And that he got the name from Iraq or Afghanistan War. I think it was the Iraq War. They're both alive. They were heading north. But then they stayed and helped, so I don't know if they're still going north or if we're going to run into them again. I'm assuming we're going to run into them at some point. Some bizarre situation. Troy is dead, thankfully. I like the actor, didn't like the character. He was a good excuse to get rid of a lot of cast that they couldn't afford to keep paying. I'm going to also assume that we may run into more of the Proctor group, John Proctor's gang, because if Daniel and Nick survive, then some of them are going to survive because they started running before Nick did. Lola's dead. I think that catches us up on everything. So my only predictions is we're going to have a couple of groupings. We're going to find new people because we can afford to keep new people on the budget. So we're going to run into them. I'm going to assume we're going to run into the lady that Alicia was with who got her leg repaired, her broken leg repaired. I did get confused on how they made it to that guy. That being said, she's still alive, so I'm going to assume we're going to run into her as well. That's about as much as I can do on this right now, so let's watch it. I am excited. Hopefully not too excited. Let's see. I never did get into the Harlequin romance novels type of stuff. Is that Taka? Can't quite tell. It's a little dark. I believe that is him. Oh, no. That's not him. Taka has a longer face. Sorry, I don't know why the subtitles turned on. I've got them off now.
Have a little better now. My mom
I think he's going to be dead.
There ain't been a lot of nights.
There's Lenny! And I know there's been a time jump for him to be on the show. A little bit of a different introduction, huh? Oh, we're getting backstory on him. Awesome. He's at the... I don't know if they ever had an actual name. He's at the garbage people place. Jesus!
Looks like you've settled in.
It's me.
Keeps getting visitors, huh? Carol! Love Carol. I love that they're trying to keep him connected.
Come on, Morgan. You can hide.
I love Rick!
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. That's not me anymore.
He's got to be able to find his middle ground. Those were the main three he was connected to. Are we going to have any others? So he's going to take their advice, do some soul searching, go on a trek, a spiritual trek, or maybe not. We got to teach him how to hijack a car. Oh, they're trying to symbolize the crossroads. I think they could have done this symbolism better. There we go. Full tank of gas. We're in business. No longer have a full tank of gas. We're out of business. I know they're supposed to symbolize this as a long trek for him, but they could speed it up a little. I can't tell what he's doing. It's too dark. He's trying to light something, but I couldn't tell if he was trying to light a fire or a cigarette or what. He doesn't smoke as far as I know. He seemed too high to be lighting a fire. That sucks. Good news is I know how to put the spare on. Bandage and finally in Texas. From DC to Texas. Well, Alexandria is on the outskirts of DC. Oh, we're back to where we started.
Morgan. More.
I thought he said Walter.
You walk or ran? Hey.
Run, Forrest,
in your
run!
travels, haven't come as far as you have.
Yeah, I don't know whether to trust the guy either. If he's been alone for a year. He just can't do it, can he? I was going to say, if the light's on, somebody's nearby.
I got a case. Cup of noodles in the back. Got that kimchi powder you mix up on top.
Lived off of those in college.
Not enough, Al.
Okay, I like her. I'm not sure how the automatic weapons work. Rattlesnake. Almost couldn't see it. I imagine somebody's going to get bit.
I'm a journalist.
Got to document this
You're
somehow.
alone.
What's that?
For a journalist, you'd think they'd be in switched seats with the sun hitting him so that the camera is not catching the sun, because as people know when they've tried, if your camera is facing the sun, it's going to darken the person in front of it or get the orbs and that kind of thing that we're seeing. So why didn't she just switch seats with him? As a journalist, she should know better.
I think it's time for an upgrade.
Is it milkshakes? Your Sundays?
Thanks.
You're gonna save her.
Hands.
Maybe not. Now they're gonna see why Morgan wants to be alone.
Hands.
Here we go.
Let's go.
There's a lot of dead in that trailer. I don't know why she threw them. It seemed like a stupid diversion. Told you somebody's gonna get bit. It's an exciting part. We gotta make sure Morgan lives. Pull on a Jared. Oh, he's gonna help him. Idiot. I know they're not gonna bring Morgan onto the show just to kill him. Grenade! Phew. So much for the model home. How did he beat her to the truck? So the keys were a different set of keys. Dang.
But I tell you what, that is some ugly mustard.
Look at that. Piece of personal history. You still owe me.
He likes her.
And pull over.
Is he going to tell his story?
Your name?
One of them was called Alexandria, and then there was a place called the Kingdom. Actually had a king.
A king.
Even had a pet tiger.
We're gonna have to sidebar that one. Big settlement.
Looks like the front tire's in the ditch. That back tire's barely touching the pavement. Not even bowing out from pressure. Oh, that was the guy he came across earlier, wasn't it? Is that a different one? It was a different time of day, so I can't recall. So it was him. Why did we circle back around? I thought he was moving forward. You never let go of your stick, and you let go of it? That's Dory. Yeah. And she's following behind also, isn't she? It's the man he tried to help. So we got this confliction. He's got two people that want to help him and he's refusing. And then the guy that he tried to help refused him and is now dead. So is he going to realize that and join up with those two?
I'm glad we found you.
So I'm guessing it's one of our other members. The only one I can guess is Kaltaka. But we did have a time jump, so it could be anybody. Is it Alicia?
What happened?
It is Alicia.
Drop it!
Victor. Is that Lucy?
Drop it!
Nick.
So what the hell's your story?
Okie dokie. There's a big yawn. So that was season 4, episode 1. They decided to introduce Morgan by dedicating the first episode to him. I think they did okay with his introduction. The beginning part was a bit slower. I think there was a better way to show... Are you giving your opinion? Yeah? Was it good or bad? What do you think, JoJo? Was it good or bad? Bad? I didn't think it was that bad. I think it was good. I think the montage, the crossroads could have been done better. The length of time, I think, could have gone better. I mean, you can show snippets of different signs along the road. I mean, not all signs are taken down. There's going to be some. You know, the Texas one was laying down. But why couldn't they have done something like that? Landmarks, signs, showing the length in the isolation and that kind of thing. I think they could have done that better. But it wasn't horrible. Other than the crossroads. I didn't like the crossroads. I think they could have done that a lot better. You look annoyed. You always look annoyed, you know that? You're not a grumpy cat. No. I think the journalist is interesting. The only thing that bugs me about her is she should know better than to have the camera pointing in the direction of the sun. It should be to the side or behind the camera. So that was the only thing that annoyed me. Otherwise, I kind of like her. Dory, I haven't watched Finding Nemo, so I can't say. I think Dory the fish had a lot more energy, if I remember correctly. I've watched parts of Finding Nemo and their other films, just snippets here and there. So he's kind of the opposite of the fish, although he does like to talk. I think he misses it, and so you see him talking and stuff. And so I keep forgetting there's a time jump, and I'm sure you guys can tell me how much of a time jump there is. So we know that Alicia, Nick, Victor, and Lucy have all made it together. So somehow Victor and Alicia and Nick all got back to the United States. We still don't know where Maddie is. We don't know where Taka or Crazy Dog are. We don't know where Daniel is, because Daniel was with Nick. So those four have made it together somehow. And so I'm guessing we're going to get some back flashes, because I imagine they're going to show us Nick traveling to Mexicali to find Lucy, that sort of stuff. Okay, I think that's about all I can comment on. So I think moving forward, they're going to realize friend versus foe, all that kind of stuff, but they're going to have their guard up, just like Morgan has his guard up most of the time. So on that note, she's like, I'm out of here, bye. On that note, I want to thank you guys for joining me for this episode, and I will see you on the next. Bye.